We are pleased to bring to your attention the presentation of ISTOK Wind Power Plant. The joint stock company ISTOK is a machine building company established in 1958, its core business being the manufacture of production facilities for current sources. Extensive experience in the making of current sources by our company has formed a logical and steady basis for the development of ISTOK Wind Power Plant. ISTOK has developed a product range of wind power plants with the installed capacity of 1, 3, 5 and 10 kilowatts. These wind power plants have proven their relevance and consistency in supplying power to various facilities, quite often under extreme conditions. The clearly arranged feedback has enabled ISTOK to improve the designs and make them undergo upgrades in every possible manner. By 2011, over 60 plants manufactured at the production facilities of joint stock company ISTOK have been successfully operated in Russia and in Central Asia. We have gained solid operating experience which confirms that ISTOK wind power plants can be reliably utilized without human assistance all the year round. What can and do we use ISTOK wind power plants for? In every place where self-contained power supply is needed. This embraces power supply to cell towers, facilities of the Defense Ministry and the EMACOM of Russia, facilities in the north, weather observation and seismic survey stations, farming and fishing enterprises, and so on. What are the advantages of self-contained renewable power industry? It is the matter of psychology. Users are aware of being responsible for the condition of the power plant and for electric power usage. Rapid time to value for power plants, 3 to 5 years. Setting up a local power system removes the problem of competition among power companies. Avoidance of excessive energy costs and shipping costs. Utilization of cheap local resources. Specific capital investment in the equipment for renewable power generation is far less than for conventional generation. Being an unusual source of energy, wind possesses a variety of complicated and hardly predictable physical parameters for each separate geographic location. Its effective utilization by the wind power generating units is subject to persistent changes in speed and direction. Along with average annual and maximum velocities, in the parameter description, one should allow for parameters typical for the internal structure of the airflow, such as gustiness, air density, turbulence, temperature, and multi-directional flows at different heights. The use of wind energy in the generation of power by propeller-type windmills encounters the need for matching the plane of the wind wheel's rotation with the wind direction and speed at any time. This is not possible to the full extent, which reduces the installed capacity utilization factor. ISTOK wind power plants ensure independence of the turbine operation from the wind direction, usage of energy from 3 meters a second, and unlimitedly high wind velocities, blasts and gustiness of any direction, noiselessness, 40 decibels at the distance of 5 meters with the speed of 15 meters per second, ability for self-contained operation or operation in parallel with other energy sources, widely used construction materials, simple manufacturing technology, assembly and installation procedures. We'll now move over to the trial of the aerodynamic and energy characteristics of the turbine module. The tests employed the stationary and mobile test beds in free air, where real operating modes could be authentically simulated. The results indicate that the ISTOK wind power plant has high energy characteristics and is able to run steadily at low and high air flow velocities. The ISTOK wind power plant, developed by our company, has fixed guide vanes, marked blue, enabling it to homogeneously distribute the wind energy on the rotor blades, marked red, that comprise the turbine module. The rotor shaft has a direct link to the electric generator. The territory of Russia receives sufficient energy from the sun, which identifies the promising outlook for solar energy. The average daily amounts of solar radiation display a pronounced peak in the summertime, whereas the average daily wind speed decreases in summer months and goes up in winter, spring and autumn. The combination of the two energies ensures consistency of the average daily and annual power outputs. Our integrated power system implements the wind-sun synergy, has a high level of up-to-date automation in the generation of standard power and power distribution to users, protection under extreme conditions, ensures a unified subset of equipment parameters to obtain the required power under specific conditions based on the average annual values of wind speed and sunshine. The color trace indicates that in the event of flow speed increase by 50%, its energy is boosted by 14 times on average. The experimental findings reveal that the physical characteristics of ISTOK wind power plant at some sections coincide with the characteristic of a modern propeller-type wind farm and drastically exceed it in the field of wind velocities with high energy content. The diagram shows a turbine with the 3-phase generator installed, solar converters, given availability of AC mains for standby supply, load controller and charger, charger for sun solar converters, uninterruptible power supply, accumulators, panel for power system operation indication and load switching, consumer power switchboard. If the customer needs more than 10 kilowatts, a wind farm of required capacity is built up by the wind power plants. The figure shows a wind farm project. Having at its disposal huge engineering and technological potential and all the required licenses, joint stock company ISTOK has been carrying on business in various areas and fulfilling the most challenging orders. To conclude our presentation, it is worth mentioning that joint stock company ISTOK has in-house manufacture of ISTOK wind power plants and also manufactures electrical equipment. We offer delivery and turnkey installation of ISTOK wind power plants.